Kristaps Porziņģis.
Chris Bosh.
Kristaps Porziņģis.
Chris Bosh.
Kristaps Porziņģis.
Chris Bosh.
7 seconds to go. Well defended by Lonzo Ball.
Same play.
Bosh take out his feet. Porziņģis at the buzzer.
Yes! He did it! He did it! 30 seconds left. Bosh with a three.
On this episode of NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons, we compare two elite inside-outside stars from different eras.
The Hawks have added a new skyscraper to the Atlanta skyline, and he's been pulling centers away from the paint since his days in EuroLeague.
His sacrifice of offensive touches and versatile skill set helped the Miami Heat win not one, but two NBA titles.
Need a big man to face up, post up, or knock down threes while anchoring the middle? These two are the epitome of the NBA Stretch 5.
We are excited to present to you Kristaps Porziņģis and Chris Bosh. I'm Lucas.
I'm Maurice,
I'm Uriah.
and we're here to talk NBA.
Now and then.
All right, welcome back to NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons. I'm here with Lucas and Maurice. No Ben today. He's on the job filming some film somewhere or some TV show or commercial. But anyway, the show must go on. And today the show will focus on two really amazing, versatile bigs. We're talking Kristaps Porziņģis and we're talking Chris Bosh. So Maurice, why are we talking these two players today?
Both of these players adapted well to joining a big two, big three, big four team, whatever you want to call it. All it was were championship teams. Chris Bosh went with LeBron and D Wade in Miami. Porziņģis went to Boston and won an NBA championship with Tatum and Brown and Drew Holiday. They both willingly scaled back their skill sets to accommodate the team, and it resulted in championships.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, Carmelo Anthony, they didn't have a big three, but he had to kind of allow him to be the star while he was the second star. And pretty much everywhere he's went, he's been the third or fourth option on a really great team. But now let's go to Lucas. Why do you think we're comparing these players?
Well, look, they both had to evolve their games. Both of them started out as power forwards. Chris Bosh more was a traditional post mid-range scorer, and they both added three-point shots as their career progressed. They both were defensive centers around the rim. They were both pretty good there. They were both pretty big, too. They had elite size and skill combo, right? Bosh was 6'11", Porziņģis was 7'3". They weren't just tall, they were skilled, right? So each one of them could put the ball on the floor, face up slower defenders, and score in the mid-range and three-point line. So their games were finesse mixed with length, but not brute force.
Yeah, height definitely was to their advantage with the addition of their skill set, both on defense and offense. We've covered bigs this season, guys, that were versatile. We just did a Chet Holmgren comparison to Ralph Sampson just a few weeks ago, and now we're talking about these two bigs. They represent the evolution of the modern NBA big, being skilled, intelligent, adaptable, like Maurice said. So we are about to jump in to this comparison. Are you guys set?
Let's do it.
First quarter, background.
Okay, it's time to talk about Zinger, a.k.a. KP6, a.k.a. Godzingis, a.k.a. Unicorn. We've all heard that one before, right? Before he got those nicknames, he was born Kristaps Porziņģis on August 2nd, 1995 in Liepāja, Latvia, in a basketball family. His mother played for the Latvian women's national basketball team, and his dad played semi-pro ball. Kristaps Porziņģis has two brothers. One played professionally in Europe and later became his mentor and agent. His other brother is his manager. Now, from a young age, he grew up playing other sports. You know how we do. What sports do you think he played growing up? You got two options. Give me either one you think.
Okay, so I feel like water polo is pretty popular there. So I'm going to say water polo.
That's a first. Nice.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay.
I mean, I know Nikola Jokic did it, so I mean, same. I mean, not the same country, but like similar.
All right. So water polo. Dude, that'd be so easy for him to dominate. He just stand and he doesn't have to swim. He just stands in the pool throwing the ball. All right. So water polo. What about you, Maurice?
Volleyball.
Volleyball. All right. We got another guess. Lucas, you want another guess?
I'll say soccer because that's the most popular sport in Europe.
I was going to go soccer. Do something different. I say tennis.
All right. Maurice? You got 0 out of 2. Lucas, you got 1 out of 2. Soccer was one of the sports, and swimming
I was close.
the other.
I feel like I should get a half point for that.
Yeah. Who do you think would have won in a swim meet? Tim Duncan or Porzingis?
Tim Duncan. Tim
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Porzingis has the wingspan. I don't know.
I think Tim Duncan is just more fluid of an athlete and would be able to swim a lot faster.
Fair enough.
So he began playing basketball around the age of 6, and he showed early signs of talent along with his height. Growing up, he dealt with health issues. And Lucas, we were talking about this earlier. He was diagnosed with TOPS, but more on that later.
Yeah.
Is it POTS or TOPS?
No,
It's POTS?
Yeah.
It was POTS? Okay. So he did deal with anemia during his early teens. In an ESPN article, he was quoted back when he was going through these hard times as a kid, quote, "It's all I would think about," Porzingis said. "What's wrong with me? I used to get emotional because I would be giving everything I had in practice, but I just couldn't do it." He didn't have the energy. Now, Porzingis, when he turned 10, he wore a unique hairstyle. What was it? Was it A, cornrows, B, a mullet, or C, a pink mohawk? Maurice, which hairstyle did Porzingis wear as a kid?
I mean, if he wanted to be accepted by his peers, I'm going to assume he wore cornrows. This was that era, so.
Okay, but like also we're talking the middle, like Western Europe. So I think it's going to be the mullet.
All right. Maurice, this is for you.
Oh, wow.
He wore cornrows.
That is wild.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is like what, 2000, late 2010s?
Yeah.
No,
that was
if he was 10 years
early.
old, it'd be only 2005.
Well, it's the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
So here's how it went down. He had a bet with his brothers in terms of who could grow their hair the longest before cutting it off. And he won the bet. His hair got so long, he decided to get cornrows because his favorite players back then were Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony.
Of
There you
course.
go.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Now, at 15, Porzingis moved to Spain to join the youth system of Sevilla, a professional club. This move marked a major turning point in his development, both personally and athletically, as he adapted to a new culture and more competitive environment. His resilience and dedication during these formative years laid the foundation for his rise as an international basketball star. When Porzingis was coming up through the ranks at Sevilla in Spain, several coaches and scouts took notice of his skill, size, and agility. You guys want to hear a few quotes?
Sure.
Aito Garcia Reneses, I think I said that right, who was a Spanish coach and oversaw Porzingis in his early years. He said, quote, "He had something special, not just his height. He could shoot, he could move, and most of all, he was willing to learn." And Pedro Calles, an assistant coach at Sevilla, says Kristaps was an amazing... He said Kristaps had an amazing work ethic for someone so young. He was skinny, but would never back down. We knew that if his body caught up to his skill, that he would become a star. These observations from his early European development highlight why NBA scouts became increasingly interested in Porzingis before he even played professionally. So, Lucas, what stands out to you about Porzingis growing up?
I think the cornrows. But no. Look, I mean, he comes from a family of athletes. I think that's impressive. You know, we see that a lot. Both mom and dad playing basketball. That almost guarantees you're going to play basketball.
Well, speaking of the cornrows, he was inspired by Allen Iverson. Now, imagine if he adapted that game to a 7'4" wingspan.
Oh, my goodness. He'd be like Wemby.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, his rookie year, he was, before all the injuries, he was actually pretty fluid as a player, too. He was a lot better than he can now.
Yeah, he really did inspire or he was the first to be named the unicorn. Now, there's a bunch of players in the league that you could consider the unicorn. But, there was no unicorn before Porziņģis because...
Ironically, he ended up playing with one of the players that inspired his hairstyle, Carmelo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was an all-dropping moment for him. But let's go into his Euro career. He did not play in the States. He did not attend a college in America. So he began his European pro career in Spain. I mentioned he played in Sevilla. He went there from 2012 to 2015. Here's a few highlights from his career. He made his debut on the senior team in the 2012-2013 ACB season, Spain's top professional league. He showed flashes of his potential with his size, shooting touch, and mobility. His breakout season, though, was 2014-15. His final season in Europe was the most impressive, where he averaged 10.7 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 1 block per game. He became known for his ability to stretch the floor with his three-point shooting and shot blocking. You guys want to hear about his Euro Cup success?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he played in the Euro Cup, which is Europe's second-tier club competition. During the 2014-15 Cup season, he averaged how many points? Over or under 15 points. Lucas?
I'm going to say Euro, so probably under, but not a lot.
Okay. Maurice?
I'm going to go over. I mean, 16, 17.
Okay. All right. Lucas is for you.
Thank you.
So he averaged under that. He averaged 11.6 points, 4 rebounds, and a little bit over a block per game. He only played about 20 minutes per game. So that probably had a lot to do with it. So during Kristaps Porziņģis' time in Europe with Baloncesto Sevilla, several coaches and teams officials spoke highly of his talent. These early endorsements from European coaches helped solidify his image as a rare NBA-ready prospect. Their focus on his humility, versatility, and dedication echoed throughout the draft process and contributed to the New York Knicks taking a chance on him with the 4th pick in 2015.
With the 4th pick in the 2015 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porziņģis from Liepāja, Latvia. He last played for Sevilla in Spain.
He's told Andy Katz this week that he embraces the opportunity to play in New York. That's assuming that there are no subsequent moves, and Kristaps Porziņģis is with Shannon Spain.
That's right, Reese. He told Andy Katz, I want to play in New York. I want you to look around, look at all these fans. This is your future, these folks in here. Why did you want to be with this team so bad?
I mean, it's my dream to play in the New York Knicks, as I said in the interviews before the draft. And it's just an amazing feeling being drafted by the Knicks and given this opportunity to play in such a basketball city. And hopefully I can be a part of something special.
He's playing according to you, the second best European league at 16, 17, 18?
Yeah.
It's always going to be impressive to me. I'm going to highlight that each and every time. I would say that's better training, that's better competition than what he would get playing in college.
Right.
That stands out to me. And going towards that draft, I'll beat the bid here for a second. He kind of politicked his way out of Philly.
I remember that.
Yeah, he could have got drafted by the Sixers.
Then him and Joel.
That would have been a big what if.
Yeah.
Well,
that would have been interesting.
I think it would have worked. You think it would have worked?
Could have worked.
Yeah. Another episode for another day, I suppose.
Anything stand out to you, Lucas, him playing in Europe?
I mean, look, you're like 16, 17. You're playing against grown men, and you're almost averaging 15 points per game. That's pretty impressive to anybody, and that's why, because European guys, especially the young guys, don't usually get a lot of burn. So the fact that he was getting close to 15 points per game is pretty impressive, and understandably why he was a top 3 pick.
Actually, he was a top 5. He went 4th.
Oh, that's right.
The Knicks picked him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to go to the other side of the comparison. Let's go ahead and switch over to Chris Bosh. It's time to talk about CB4, a.k.a. the Bostrich, a.k.a. Boshosaurus, a.k.a. King of the Dragons. There's your reference, Lucas, from
There you go.
Game of Zones. But before he got those nicknames, he was born Christopher Wesson Bosh, March 26, 1984, in Dallas, Texas. He grew up, though, in Hutchins, which is a small suburb in South Dallas, in a close-knit, supportive family. His father was a plumbing engineer, and his mom was a computer systems analyst. Bosh was raised with strong values centered around education, discipline, and perseverance. From an early age, Chris Bosh showed a strong interest in both academics and athletics. He was particularly drawn to basketball by the time he was in elementary school. His father would often take him to the gym, where Bosh would study the fundamentals and spend countless hours practicing. Little Chris Bosh trivia. What 2 NBA stars did he admire growing up? I'll give you a hint. They were power forwards, both of them.
Okay. So I feel like Karl Malone's one of them.
Malone, okay.
And I'm going to say Barkley.
All right, Maurice.
I'm going to say Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki.
Kevin Durant?
No, Kevin Durant.
mean Kevin Garnett?
Durant wasn't even in the league yet.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
Kevin Durant
All right,
wasn't
good
league.
fix there.
He wasn't league.
By the time
before Bosh.
But he didn't inspire him, right?
Was he?
No,
it couldn't have been
KD
possible.
got drafted
No, he
in
wasn't.
08, guys. Oh, no,
Yeah.
07. He got drafted in 07. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
My bad.
But you did get 1 out of 2, Maurice, so I'll give you that. It was Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan, whom he modeled his game after, ironically. Bosh attended Lincoln High School in Dallas, where he quickly made a name for himself. His height, coordination, and versatility stood out, and he led Lincoln to a 40-0 record and a state championship in his senior year. That's rare. We don't get a lot of perfect records, guys, in high school. Also, that year, his team was the number 1 ranked team in the entire nation, according to USA Today. Over under, how many points did he average his senior year in high school? Over under 19 points. Lucas?
I'm going to say over.
All right, Maurice?
19?
Mm-hmm.
Want to say over.
All right, you guys are correct. He averaged 21 points per game. He also averaged 11 boards and 7 blocks. 7 blocks his final year of high school. My goodness.
That's crazy.
Bosh was also an honor student, balancing basketball success with academic excellence. Here's a quote from Leonard Bishop, who was his high school coach. He said, quote, Chris was a leader on and off the court. He was driven not just to be great at basketball, but to succeed in life. Bosh was a member of the school's computer graphics club Whiz Kids, the Association of Minority Engineers, and the National Society of Black Engineers. So I have a quote from Bosh's math teacher, Tracy Etheridge, who recruited him for a state competition. What was the competition for? Was it A, designing a video game, B, designing a robot, or C, designing an artificial intelligence voice? Maurice?
Well, since Porziņģis was into games, we'll go video games.
Right.
So we got to talk about 2000. What was this? Like 2000 or early 2000s? AI voices were not a thing back then. So it's not that. Video games were pretty primitive, but I think robots were the thing back then. So I'm going to say robots as a kid myself.
Okay. All right.
You had a
Maurice, this is
robot?
for
You had a robot, Lucas?
Yes and no.
You had a robot?
I had a pseudo robot. Have you guys ever heard of Metabots? It was like a Japanese anime on Fox Kids.
No.
Well, anyway, they had like a robot thing, and it did a few little things, but I mainly had like remote control cars. I had a control boat at one point, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the robots that I knew about on TV was a robot called Small Wonder. You guys ever hear of Small Wonder?
I've seen
No,
it.
It's like this
but
little
I
girl.
do know. I
this
do
little
remember
girl was
She was a robot.
the robot from Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
I'm way
think
older
it's
than you guys.
Small World now was Megan.
Okay.
You seen that movie Megan?
No, I have not.
It's a
I've
movie,
seen
yeah.
the commercials.
Disney
Anyway.
or yeah. Why are we talking about robots? Oh, anyway, I didn't even give you the. Here, Maurice, laugh at this.
Oh, okay.
Lucas got it right. He was designing a robot for a competition. Here's what his teacher said. Quote, he knew how to use Auto CAD, the software that we were using to create the blueprint for a robot. We didn't win the competition, but we did receive high marks on our logbook for technical drawing, so I credit Chris for that, unquote. This early combination of talent, intelligence, and character laid the foundation for Chris Bosh's future success in college and the NBA. What stands out to you about Chris Bosh before going to college, Lucas?
Very intelligent man. Could have had a career in technology, and who knows what he could have contributed in that. But sports was his main thing, and I don't think anybody blames him.
Yeah, if he wasn't 6'11", he probably would have been an engineer, something techie with like his mom or even his dad. Anything about Chris Bosh, Maurice, for you?
Well, he had 7 blocks in high school. That's really impressive. You would think that Porziņģis, being the taller, longer, lengthier one, would have more blocks. Well, he only averaged like 1 in the EuroLeague. And then Bosh was the better blocker, which is interesting.
That is very interesting. Yeah.
He was a pretty good shot blocker.
Yeah. Yeah, Bosh.
Underrated.
Was underrated defender. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to his college years, or year. He played 1 year at Georgia Tech, where he quietly put together one of the most impressive one-and-done seasons of the early 2000s. Bosh arrived at Georgia Tech for the 2002-2003 season as a highly regarded recruit, but few expected just how polished his game already was. From day one, it was clear that he was not just an athlete, he was a thinker on the court. In his lone college season, he averaged 15.6 points and 2.2 blocks per game, anchoring the Yellow Jackets on both ends of the floor. How many rebounds, guys, do you think he averaged? Over, under 12.2.
That's an exact number you gave me, so I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go under. Over 10 rebounds a game in college is a lot.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are correct. So he's still, Lucas, 9 boards per game in college. That's impressive.
Yeah. Should note that the episode that we did on Andre Drummond and Dennis Rodman, Drummond only averaged about, I think, 7. And Drummond's known as one of the best rebounders of all time. So
Yeah, good plug there. Check that episode out, everyone. But back to Bosh. At 6'11", he showed advanced footwork, soft touch around the rim, and a mid-range jumper that stretched defenses, a preview of the modern big man that he'd later become. Defensively, Bosh was a beast. He protected the paint without chasing blocks, using timing and positioning instead of raw aggression. Unfortunately, guys, they struggled that year and only won 16 games. They had a 16-15 record, which was 5th best in the ACC.
Well, okay, to be fair, that was kind of a loaded year in college basketball, and the ACC was at the peak of its powers.
Right.
You had Roy Williams and Coach K coaching at Duke and UNC. You still had Maryland, which I believe Maryland was powerhousing with like Juan Dixon still at that
That's
point.
right. Juan Dixon was playing around that time.
I'm trying to think of who also was in the ACC at that point that was good in college basketball. Wake Forest. I mean, I know they didn't have Tim Duncan, but I'm sure they had other players.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not too surprising.
Yeah. Individually, the accolades followed. What college awards do you guys think he earned? Lucas, throw some awards out there for me.
ACC Freshman of the Year.
Yep.
ACC First Team. ACC Tournament MVP.
No, he didn't make the tournament that year.
No, not NCAA. I'm saying ACC.
Okay. No, that he didn't get that. I didn't see that in there.
Probably defensive first team.
Yes. You just nailed all of them. Good job, guys. So I'll give you a little bling bling for that. One thing, Lucas, is interesting is usually freshmen don't get all conference, right?
Yeah.
Every time we cover accolades in college, no matter how good they are, usually they don't get that, but he did get it. In the ACC that year, he led the conference in blocks, effective field goal percentage 59%, and he was second in the ACC in rebounds per game. What really separated Bosh, though, was his maturity. Coaches and scouts praised his basketball IQ, work ethic, and his calm demeanor. His coach, Paul Hewitt, says about Chris Bosh when he played, he was one of the most focused and coachable players I've ever had. He was mature beyond his years, always the first one in the gym and the last one to leave. We didn't run our offense through him early, but mid-season, we knew we had to. He made everything look effortless, and he was still growing into his frame. Now, at Georgia Tech, Bosh didn't just show potential. He showed polish, versatility, and a professional approach well beyond his years. After one season, guys, he declared for the NBA draft, where he was selected 4th overall in 2003.
The 4th pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Chris Bosh from Georgia Tech University.
It was 7 years ago in the 4th spot that a Georgia Tech player was drafted. Stephon Marbury by Milwaukee. Here, Chris Bosh is taken by the Toronto Raptors. Another player like Carmelo Anthony, just a pick before, who spent 1 year in college and then turned pro, Jay.
Where is he going to play? Is he going to play out on the perimeter? Is he going to be more of a 3-man, or will he play inside? He's not the kind of guy that has a lot of size right now as far as bulk. He needs to put on some weight. But let's take a look at exactly what this kid can do. He's 6'11 and a half, a left-handed shot blocker that can really change ends. He runs the floor extraordinarily well, and he's got terrific hands. He's very productive. He can fill up a stat sheet in a lot of different categories. But the question I have about him, will he gain the weight, and will he make the commitment to playing it?
All right, we've heard that before. Will they gain the weight? He definitely did. But anyway, let's go to Maurice. Anything stand out to you about his career at Georgia Tech?
Well, I'm just going to go straight to that draft because the 03 draft, notorious one of the best drafts. LeBron, Carmelo, Bosh, Wade. I think that was like the beginning of a lot of the one and done.
Well, that was last year before college players, high school players had to go to college for a year.
Right, because Kwame Brown was
second. No, it's the second to last one because Dwight Howard's class was the last.
That's
one.
Right. Yeah,
it was Kwame,
him and Josh Smith, and maybe one other kid did it. Yeah, no, I agree with Maurice. I think the draft class was just look. I mean, putting up 15 and what do we say? 15 and 9.
9, yeah,
with 2 blocks. That's in college, especially at that time. Pretty darn impressive. Now this year's draft, you got like 4 or 5 kids averaging over 20 points per game. But like back then, doing 15 in college basketball, which was a lot slower.
They played more defense back then. I guess.
Yeah, that's for sure. But no, I agree. Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of Chris Bosh at Georgia Tech, but I do know that draft, like you said, Maurice, was stacked. By the way, we did compare the 2003 draft class to the 1984 draft class, so check that episode out.
Mm-hmm.
Check that episode out from season 1.
There's some other good names. Wasn't Luol Deng in that draft class?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Luol Deng.
Well, he's not the only one. I believe Chris Kaman, pretty good guy too. Pretty good player too.
Kaman was great.
I think he was right after Bosh, actually.
Who was number 1? It was like a really big
LeBron
white guy. No, not in the 03 draft, but in the 2000s. It was like he played for Golden State at one point. Why am I?
Andre Beatrice?
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe he was in that draft. I'm looking up the draft now. So just because we like going through this, LeBron, Milicic, Bosh. Oh, so Bosh was before Wade. That's crazy. Chris Kaman, Kirk Heinrich, TJ Ford, Michael Sweetney. Okay, that wasn't Jarvis Hayes, Mikal Petrus, Nick Collison, Thunder legend Nick Collison. Let's see here. Some other names: Marcus Banks, Luke Ridnour, David West was in this draft. Sasha Palpovich, Boris Diaw, Travis Outlaw, Carlos Delfino, Kendrick Perkins, two-time three-point contest winner Jason Capono.
I
Let's
forgot
see here.
Josh
Willie
Howard
Green,
went to Wake Forest.
Zaza Pachulia, Keith Bogans. We got Mo Williams. We got Kyle Korver. And we got James Jones.
Okay.
Shout out Kyle Korver.
Well, that was a great draft. And that being said, we're going to wrap it up. Lucas, are you ready? Are you ready for the pass?
Yes, I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm going to edit that out. People are going to be like, why are they laughing so hard? All right, here we go.
Second quarter. Statistics.
Very efficient typically, but he missed that layup. Holiday sets it up for KP. He gets off to a great start every night. Automatic. But that's the problem. Their defense is not good. Porziņģis over Vooch. Oh, yeah!
Let's go. He home run trotted that one back after he let it go.
His most in over 3 calendar years. Remember, he had all those injury issues. Porziņģis again. Oh, wow! This is an exhibition for Porziņģis.
He can play in any system.
Tatum lost it. Shot clock down to 5. Porziņģis.
Oh! Okay.
How do you even begin to explain it?
And White's defense on Brunson making it very difficult, trying to frustrate the All-Star. Look at this 40-footer from Porziņģis. 7 of 11 from downtown.
So those are the highlights. Here are the numbers. Porziņģis is listed at 7'2", 240 pounds. He is currently 30 years old. Despite being in the league since 2015, only played in 9 seasons. He missed 1 season fully with injury. That being said, he also has only worn 2 numbers in the NBA. Gentlemen, what are those 2 numbers? I'll give you a hint. They're single digits.
It's 1 and 4, correct?
Uriah?
I definitely know he wore 4. Or did he? Was it 6? Is it 4 and 8?
Uriah, you get a half point. Okay. It was 6 and 8.
6 and 8. Okay.
He wore 6 with the Knicks, the Mavs, and the Wizards. He's worn 8 with both the Celtics and the Hawks.
Why did we ask that question? I was thinking of Bosh. Why?
There are some interesting seasons to choose from here for Porziņģis, and I'm actually going to use a season where he did not get any accolades. I'm actually going to go with the 2022-23 season, his sole full season with the Washington Wizards. I honestly think this season kind of revitalized, kind of saved his career a little bit, where he got to be the guy.
Yeah, I was worried about him for a minute. Like,
yeah.
what's going on with this kid? But
he came back. He averaged 23.2 points, 8.4 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 0.9 steals, 1.5 blocks, 2.1 turnovers, 3 fouls a game, while shooting 49.8% from the field, 38.5% from the three-point line, and 85.1% from the foul line. So thoughts on that?
Washington, there needed to be a star there. Now, that season, I thought that was his year that he could show everybody that, hey, I'm not on the Mavericks, I'm not on the Knicks. I could be a player that you can really build around. Did that turn out to be true?
I mean, they were 35 and 47, finished 12th in the East.
Yeah, but he was all-star that season, correct?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, fair enough. But
no, he actually said, Lucas said that he picked a season where he didn't win any accolades. But statistically, that was his best year. 23 points, 9 boards, Lucas?
That's interesting in itself.
8.5, about a block and a half. Look, that'll just always stand out to me, is to be that tall and to only get under 2 blocks.
Well, I think I remember it was a few years ago, and I don't know if it was Ant Edwards or somebody else, but somebody said, I'm not afraid of Rudy Gobert. I am afraid of going to the rim against Porziņģis, though. And that was the year that he was in Washington. I remember that. I forget which Stars player said it, but it was that season. I'm pretty sure it was Anthony Edwards, because I think it was the year after that they traded for for Rudy.
Gobert is just
Which
so
was
easy
funny,
to pick
funny to
on.
tell.
That's all that is. There's some reason that guy, people like to pick on him unless you're his teammate.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier with Bosh, I think Bosh was the better defensive player. You would think that Porziņģis would be just off of his physical stature.
Well, just because you got long, maybe you could say, hey, he's more physically imposing, and we know that if we go to the rim against him, he's going to block our shot every time. So let's not even try.
Yeah.
Okay. Like a all-pro cornerback. You just don't throw his way.
Yeah, you don't throw it to him. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Career highs over under 40.
I'll go over.
Yeah, I'll go over as well.
It is 43.
Okay.
Now because we're talking about these guys being stretch bigs, not just inside scores, but outside scores as well. Career high in 3-pointers made, over, under, or tied with 6.
Threes made?
Yeah.
I'm going to go tied.
Well, since you offer tie, I'm not going to take your eyes answer. I'm going to go over.
Maurice, this is for you, buddy.
Oh, okay.
It is 8. He's hit 8 threes in a single game.
That's good for
Actually, he's done that at least 3 times.
That's
most recently last year.
I mean, he played on the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Everybody's made 10 threes.
Well, actually, he's done it with he's done it with Dallas, Washington, and Boston.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, besides that, career highs. Okay. Rebounds. Over under 20.
Under. No way he gets 20 boards.
I'm going to go under as well.
Okay, you guys are correct, but barely.
19?
It's 19.
That's good for him. That's actually great for him.
Yeah. Assist career high is 7. Steals career high is 5. And blocks over under 8 as a career high.
Ooh, 8?
Or tied.
I'm going to go over.
I'm going to go tie.
You are both
What?
under 7.
Go
and
ahead.
that happened his first 2 years. Pretty much before all the injuries started setting in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Anyway, any thoughts on the career highs?
43, 19 rebounds, 7 blocks. What was his career high assist?
7 as well.
7 as well. Okay. Yeah, dominant. Just pure dominant. Injuries aside, if he wanted to be, and we just talked about this with Wembanyama, because of his size, he could pretty much do anything on a basketball court. So, yeah, the unicorn moniker really stands for him.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the number of threes made, Lucas, just because a guy that size knocking down 8 3-pointers in a single game, I think that's special. I think that he may not reach that again just because he's got some health issues with POTS, the syndrome that affects his energy and was it blood clots?
So
Lucas,
it affects blood pressure and it affects his digestion. But the main issue here is like fatigue, nausea, and just being able to have the energy to do stuff.
Yeah, we got to hope that he pulls through because still has a lot more.
There is no word on
left.
retirement as of now. They did have a treatment plan in place for him this summer,
right?
Which it was still on the down low at that point. What he had, they just knew that he had a problem last year that he couldn't play very much.
Yeah.
Whether or not they can get him right now is completely unknown.
Yeah.
And like with Bosh, who had to stop playing because of blood clots, this may or may not impact his career longevity. We'll see.
All right.
Let's go ahead and switch over to the King of Dragons.
They'll reach in, try to get the steal, and if not, they'll foul. He'll have to take it out again.
20,000 fans in the building. Nobody using their seats right now.
Wade turns the corner. Same play. Bosh for 3 in the win. Yes! Yes! He did it! He did it! Half a second left. Bosh with a 3 puts the Heat on 1. A mighty kaboom here in Portland. How about the behind-the-back pass from Dwayne Wade? Well, There's still 0.5 of a second left. He's got to gather themselves and make one defensive stop here. Wow.
Hearts are pounding. Heat hearts. Chris Bosh with 37 points. 11 in the fourth quarter. 3 triples in the fourth quarter.
Walden made a mistake not fouling Wade on the dribble. Chris Bosh had to reach back for that. What a play by a shot by Chris Bosh.
That's right. 3 for you.
Wow.
Chris Bosh with 2 Blazers running right at him.
Remember the 3 in Atlanta to tie the game, the 3 in San Antonio to win the game. And this one could be a game winner again.
Well, the Heat are 0.5 of a second away from one of the great wins in franchise history with that man sitting out. Tony, what do the Blazers do with that?
Yeah, so those are the highlights here, the numbers. So Chris Bosh is actually only 11 years older than Kristaps Porziņģis. Porziņģis is 30. Bosh is 41. He is 6'11", 235 pounds. He played 13 years in the NBA. He wore 2 numbers, just like Porziņģis. Well, I mean, you guys already said it earlier, 4 with the Raptors and then 1 with the Heat.
Yeah.
So there's no need to play that. Just like with Porziņģis, I chose a team that he didn't necessarily win a lot with, but he definitely put up some very impressive numbers. I went with, actually, I'm reconsidering my thoughts now because I'm looking at a different season. I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna make an audible, guys. I'm shifting gears.
All right.
I'm calling an audible on the play here.
Third season of Toronto or second?
I was initially thinking the 4th season of Toronto, but I'm actually shifting gears and I'm gonna go with the 2009-2010 season, his last season before going to Miami. He averaged 24 points.
Wow.
10.8 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.6 steals, 1 block, 2.4 turnovers, and 2.4 fouls while shooting 51.8% from the field, 36.4% from 3, granted on very small volume at that time.
Yeah.
And 79.7% from the foul line. So, first off, I'm glad I chose this season versus the other one. But very impressive numbers. Thoughts on this, guys?
Do it all big. That's what it sounds like based off the numbers.
He wasn't
bad
from
at
Texas. He's from Texas. He's going to do it big.
He can do it all.
Yeah, he was. I'll say the one thing about Bosh was he never did anything bad. Even he was always a good ball handler too, for his size.
Yeah, for his size.
I always thought that maybe if they allowed to run the offense more through him, he would actually be a really good playmaker from the key or the elbow.
Yeah, his shooting, 36% from 3. Around the same range as Porziņģis.
Now, I do want to note that season he only attempted 0.3 threes.
Oh, that's
per
it.
game.
Oh, well then I guess that doesn't
But
count.
I will say his last season in Miami, he averaged 4.2 and still shot about the same.
Yeah. It just makes you wonder. Even though they were both chosen, there's a great similarity. They were both chosen 4th in their respective drafts. Bosh had the opportunity to be the focal point in Toronto. He was the guy. Porziņģis never really got that opportunity ever with any team, except maybe for that Washington team.
Yeah,
maybe.
Washington, yeah.
But if Beal's there, Beal's probably the number 1 option, right?
Yeah, but Beal barely played that season.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I would say, like you said, Maurice, he just did it all because, quite honestly, Toronto needed him to do it all because I don't think they had him.
They had Andre Bargnani. Oh, sorry, I'll stop. I don't want to steal.
Oh, yeah. Let's not steal a starter.
Yeah, but Toronto weren't like competing for an Eastern Conference championship. That's for sure.
Yeah. No triple doubles for Bosh either. I'm a little surprised on that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Okay, career highs. So we said Porziņģis had a career high of 43 points. Bosh's career high over under are tied with Porziņģis's.
I'm gonna go under.
Under?
Yeah.
Maurice?
I'm gonna go over.
Okay, Maurice, this is for you.
All right.
It was 44.
One more.
One more. Yep.
Okay.
Career highs in threes made in a game was 5 for Bosh. That happened his last season.
Yeah.
course, again, that was the 15-16 season. That's when the shift really happened for bigs to be shooting threes beforehand. So I'm honestly not too surprised there. That being said, career high in rebounds, over under 20.
I go over.
I'm going to go over as well.
It was 22. Assists. So I think I said Porzingis was 7. Is it equal to, over, or under 7?
We'll go equal to.
You say equal to?
I'll go over.
You're right. This is for you.
Hey.
It was 9.
Almost got that triple-double.
Mm-hmm. He also had a 7 steal game, 6 block shot game,
wow,
8 turnovers. So thoughts on the career highs for Chris Bosh?
What stands out to me was the blocks and steals.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his defense really didn't come into play until he got to Miami, where he didn't need to score as much, but they definitely needed his defense. LeBron was LeBron. Prime LeBron was a really good defender, and D-Wade was a really good defender as well. But from the 5 position, he really didn't make a difference. And you saw that more so in the playoffs with Miami.
Absolutely.
I'm looking here real quick because I want to make sure I do this right. Because Chris Bosh, despite having a short career because of the blood clots, actually does have some historical relevance in the NBA annals, right? So right now, in terms of, so I didn't really, and I probably should have done this with Porzingis. Porzingis' 19.6 points per game career average is 85th all-time in NBA history. Okay, put that into perspective. His blocks per game is 33rd all-time. Okay, I say that before I get into Chris Bosh. Points per game is 96th all-time with 19.2. Total NBA rebounds with 7,592 is 92nd all-time in NBA history.
Top 100, okay.
Mm-hmm. He's in the Hall of Fame and rightfully should be. That being said, that's pretty much all I got. Ben's not here, and I'm actually going to take over, so I guess we can just transition.
Third quarter, accolades.
Kristaps, how were you even able to play tonight with that bad ankle?
Good question. I don't know. The medical staff did everything they could, and I gave my all, and I was able to get out there.
And why were you not? You said you were gonna die out here if you had to. Why were you not going to miss this game?
Say that again, please.
Why were you not going to miss this game?
How could I? On home floor, we're the champions. Let's go.
Congratulations.
Kristaps Porziņģis, I already talked about the European stuff, so I'm not going to touch on that. But how many All-Stars has Kristaps Porziņģis made, guys?
I don't think there's that many.
No.
I'm going to go 1.
I'll say 2.
Okay, Maurice, this is for you.
Yes, that wasn't
only 1? Okay.
Only 1. Here's the crazy thing. Has he made any All-NBA teams?
Well, if he only made 1 All-Star team, no. With Jokic and Embiid and Cat, no, there's no way.
No, it's just front court, right?
Well, any All-NBA teams.
No, I can't. I wish he did, but I can't recall.
I think he made 1.
He technically made All-Rookie team. So
you said All-NBA though.
Well, that's any. Sorry. Let me. I meant to say any a
you did say where's Ben when you need him? Ben, he's butchering your segment.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. He made All-Rookie team his rookie year, obviously, and he won a championship with the Celtics. I mean, look, he doesn't have the biggest resume, but the stats are there, and I think part of it is injuries too.
Definitely injury. Yeah.
I mean, look, when he was in, he started out in New York. I mean, that's when he made his All-Star team. He went to Dallas. Him and Luka never really gelled. Washington, you're not going to get an award there. And then he was third or fourth fiddle in Boston. So, like, he hasn't really had a chance, there hasn't been very many opportunities for him to be that guy either.
Yeah,
So.
that's a good point because I always wondered why that didn't work in Dallas. Now, Dallas has a lot of issues going on now, but when they had Porzingis and Luka, I just didn't understand how that didn't work.
Because Luka likes rim running guys, and Porzingis is certainly not that. He's a pick and pop guy.
Right.
So how they both benefited the most on an offense didn't necessarily work well with each other. Because at that point with the injuries, Porzingis pretty much had to play center. But, and Luka needs this, he can work with a stretch four. Porzingis could have done that, but I think the injuries kind of stopped him from being able to defend fours. So playing center was it, and Luka wants a rim running center, and that's just not what Porzingis does.
So Lucas, I know you said he doesn't have a lot of accolades, but he does have good stats. I do have not an award, but the ultimate compliment from the ultimate player. You guys want to hear the compliment he got from Kobe?
Sure. Yeah.
So from a Players Tribune article, where obviously the players write their own stories, Porzingis puts in his article, he said, "We were playing the Lakers in the second half of the season." This is when he was playing for New York. He said, "Kobe came up to me after the game. Kobe said to him, quote, 'You have a bright future ahead of you.' He said, 'It blew my mind. Kobe's my idol. It was an honor.'" So if anything, he doesn't have a huge mantle of trophies and accolades from the NBA, but when Kobe says you have a bright future, I think that speaks to your talent level.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a really good cosign.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, the guy's still averages 19 and a half, a shade under 8 rebounds and a shade under 2 blocks per game. That's still a pretty good career, even if you don't have all the accolades to it. And I mean, also, to be fair, I think like comparing like him to like former All-Stars in like the 90s and 2000s, those numbers would have gotten you a lot more All-Star nominations than they would nowadays. He's playing in an inflated NBA, so having those numbers would be like averaging like 14 points per game versus 19. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that's part of it.
And like
too.
you talked about many times with Porzingis, he's the second, third option on teams.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get many accolades from that. So
especially teams that in general are not like elite.
Yeah.
Except for the Celtics.
Yeah, but yet again, he was the third or fourth option on that.
Yeah, at that point, he might have been the fourth because Drew Holiday was there.
No, it depends on which year, but fair enough.
All right,
let's go ahead and switch over to Chris Bosh.
For some context, when I met Pat during free agency in 2010, he pulled out every trick, and it was quite the performance. And as I was starting to stand up to leave from the meeting, he pulled out one last trick.
Can we just add
he took out this velvet bag full of championship rings and dumped them all across the table. And he picked one up, and he looked me dead in my eye and he said, "You give it back to me when we win one together." Now, when I think about it, it was crazy because I hadn't even agreed to sign with Miami. But that's Pat, and we did win a ring together, 2 of them. But I never gave back the one he loaned me because, for whatever reason, I wanted to wait till the right moment. And, I figured this would be a good moment.
That was cool. Good grab, Maurice.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the awards. Now, unlike Porzingis, Bosh has a lot of All-Stars. I'm going to give you an over-under. Over-under, 10 All-Stars. We're tied.
10?
That's a lot.
I'm going to go tie.
You're going to go tie. Uriah?
Yeah, I'm going to go tie. 2 ties.
You are both.
We're both
wrong.
No.
Here's the crazy part. From 2005 till the 2005-06 season till the end of his career, every year he made an All-Star.
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
Every year. He made 11 All-Stars.
Well, he was in the East.
It was in the East. Yeah, no, but impressive to say the least, right? Especially on Toronto teams that were not that good. But they still gave him his credit. Now, he made 11 All-Stars. We all know he won 2 championships. Did he make the All-Rookie team?
Absolutely. I think he did.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, he did. He did. He also got 5th in Rookie of the Year voting too.
5th.
Yep. He also got into the MVP voting twice.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Which team was he in the MVP voting for?
It has to be Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah. He was 7th in voting in the 2006-07 season, and he was 12th in the voting the 09-10 season. Last thing here. How many All-NBAs did he make? Over, under 5?
5 All-NBAs?
Over.
I gotta go under on that.
Over.
Okay. Uriah, this is for you. So he only had one All-NBA team, and that was in the 2006-07 season when he made All-NBA second team.
Wow. At that point, was it center and forwards, or was it just front
Yeah, it was
court?
center and forwards.
Yeah.
So from 2000, so let me just give you positionally what he was each year. First 2 years, center, power forward. From 2006 to 2010, he was center. And then power forward for 2 years in Miami, center for 3 years in Miami, and last year he was considered a power forward, according to Basketball Reference.
That's strange to have so many All-Stars, more than 10, and only one All-NBA.
Let's talk about who was at the power forward center positions at that time, right?
In the East?
In the East, yeah. No, well, All-NBA.
Oh, All-NBA. Oh, yeah.
So let's talk
Duncan?
about that. Duncan, you still had old Shaq, who was probably stealing 1 or 2. Prime Dwight Howard,
KG,
Dirk,
LaMarcus Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm trying to remember. Actually, I'm curious now too. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick because I'm curious. So the 1 year he made it, that was Dirk's MVP season.
Wow. So he beat out Garnett.
Yeah, he beat out quite a few people. So he was listed as a power forward that season. And the All NBA team. So first team was forwards. I'm just going to list the forwards: Dirk, Duncan, Amari. Forgot about Amari.
Oh, yeah, Amari. Yeah.
You had LeBron, Yao, Bosh in second team, and third team was KG, Carmelo, and Dwight.
Okay.
Wow.
The next year,
No
I'm just going
Powell.
to pull up one more year to put it in perspective for you. So the next year, he was at, so the All NBA team big men were, if I can find it, there it is. Okay. So KG, LeBron, Dwight were first team. Amari, Tim Duncan, Dirk was second team. Carlos Boozer, Paul Pierce, and Yao were third team.
Boozer. Okay.
Boozer got one, I think.
Boozer
Yao
was nice out in Utah.
I mean, there's some other guys that got like consideration. Here's some other big men during that time too. You had Carmelo Anthony, David West, Rasheed Wallace, Tyson Chandler, Antoine Jameson, Al Jefferson. All of them are ahead of Bosh in the voting.
Wow.
And then below him, you had Pau Gasol, Shaq, Keto Turkoglu, and that's pretty much it. But those are the guys that these are the guys that he's competing with. So if he's not having a winning record, and I think part of it is winning record, right? Like, can your team win as you as the best player? And let's be real, in Toronto, it didn't really happen that often.
Yeah. That was
and then in Miami, you had a new crop of guys coming up. So, it was hard for him. And, I think he could have made 1 or 2 other ones if his career wasn't cut short by blood clots, because he was 30.
He could easily play 5
with
more
his
years.
with his skill set. I'm pretty sure he would have made 1 or 2 other ones if he played until his mid to late 30s.
Now, I do think it's a good point you made. I do think him playing in Toronto didn't help.
Yeah.
If he would have played in the big market, I think he would have got more notoriety.
And when he did play in a big market, he wasn't the primary option until 2015 and 16. And the 2 years
left.
without LeBron, he was 21 points per game and 19 points per game.
Yep.
Okay.
Granted, I think both of those years were cut short because of injury. This second season certainly was the blood clots. But no. That's it for awards. I'm going to pass it to Maurice, and let's get to teammates because I'm excited about that.
Let's do it.
All right.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
Feels like the Kristaps obviously helps a lot on both ends on the floor, but there's a connection with the fan base. There's an energy that he brings that there's almost like a pop every time he does something. You guys feel that out there, that there's like an emotional lift that he brings as well? And how does that impact you guys?
Yeah, KP is a legend. Did you see his walkout?
Yeah.
That's just him. So he definitely brings that swagger to our team and that, that energy. And it was great to have him back out there.
That was the smooth voice of Jaylen Brown talking about his teammate Kristaps Porziņģis, who was drafted with the 4th pick in the 2015 NBA draft by the New York Knicks. Let's get into some of his teammates his rookie year. His rookie year, 2015-16 Knicks. Do you guys remember who the coach was for that team?
So that would have been Derek Fisher.
Mike Brown?
Is that your final answer? You're right?
That's my answer, yeah.
Well, Lucas is kind of right. Kind of right.
Kind of right?
I mean, I think they started out with Mike
through?
Woodson, but then they went over to...
It was Derek Fisher and Kurt Rambis.
Oh.
Wait a minute. It was there were 2 head coaches?
Yeah,
I think Derek
Knicks,
Fisher got fired. I think he got fired.
Wow, okay. That's weird.
The executive was Phil Jackson.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, their record that season was 32-50.
Ew.
They were not good.
No, they were not.
Some of his teammates were, Thanasis Antetokounmpo played with him.
That's
Really?
right. He got drafted the same year. Yeah, he got drafted in the second round.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah. Aaron Aflalo.
Oh
Good
yeah,
player.
I liked Aaron Flau. He was
Aaron Flalo's
he
a
was
good
a
player.
good, solid player for a very long time.
Yeah, he was. Of course, Carmelo Anthony, Jose Calderon,
Hey,
Jimmer Fredette.
hey, Jose and Chris. Jose played with both Bosh and
He
Porziņģis.
did with Toronto.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be more than just one.
Yeah, there could be some overlap here. Jimmer Fredette, Langston Galloway, Jerrion Grant, Robin Lopez, Kyle O'Quinn, Lance Thomas, and Derek Williams.
Did Kyle Quinn play with? No.
I don't think so.
I don't.
Sasha Vujicic. Yeah.
Sasha Vujicic.
Vujicic? How you say it? Vujicic?
Vujicic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vujicic. Yeah. I forgot that he was on that team. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of came out
Rookie.
of retirement for that one.
Obviously, they had the 4 picks, so this Knicks team was not going to be really good. Let's move on to, we're going to skip ahead a little bit here to the 2021-2022 Dallas Mavericks. They won 52 games, lost 30. Their coach was Jason Kidd. And, of course, their executive was?
Mark Cuban.
Executive, not owner.
Executive. Oh, the guy that's been dragged through the mud the past couple months.
Nico Harrison.
Nico, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
Sorry, I
he's,
just assumed when it was Dallas, Mark Cuban was like the silent GM.
Right.
Well, Nico took a bullet, in my opinion, but that's another thing. Another topic. Some of his teammates were that season. Davis Bertans.
Yes.
Here's a throwback name.
Kind of the same.
Charlie Brown Jr.
Hey, former
Charlie Brown
Sixer. There's
Jr.
my Ben reference.
Yeah, it is.
I interviewed
Jalen
Charlie Brown.
Brunson. I forgot Jalen Brunson was on that team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was young.
Reggie Bullock. Willie Cauley-Stein.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Okay.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Okay.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yep.
Boban Marjanovic.
Hey, Boban.
Brandon Knight.
Yep.
Yep.
Frank Ntilikina.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
and Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, okay. He's
IT
probably
was
on
on
a
Dallas.
he was probably on
Yeah.
a 10-day, Chris. I'm
Okay.
Yeah,
pretty sure he was
he
on.
wasn't very long, yeah.
Okay.
But he was on his roster according to Best on Reference.
Right.
That Mavericks team had a lot of talent. Now, they lost to the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals 4-1. They had the talent. I don't know what happened, but what did happen, Lucas, in that series?
Warriors were the better team.
I mean,
This was the last Warriors team that won a championship, though. This wasn't like
Yeah,
the
this
Durant
was still
Warriors.
KD and Clay were still healthy at that point. I mean,
No,
you
KD
talk
was-
about the sorry, wrong
Western
year.
Conference Finals.
What happened is that the Warriors had a game plan and they said make everybody else besides Luka beat us.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Who won the most games with Kristaps Porziņģis as a teammate? I said his name.
The most wins. Well,
Most
he spent
wins.
most of his career in New York, right? So I was
I'm gonna give you a hint.
No,
I'm
there
gonna
were
give you a
about
hint.
3-year stops for each.
I'm gonna give you a hint. He played with the Mavericks and Knicks.
Reggie Bullock?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, man. That sounds about right. I'll go with Reggie Bullock just because I don't know any better.
You guys are wrong.
Really?
Yeah, it was Tim Hardaway Jr.
Oh.
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah, he played 4 seasons with Porziņģis, Knicks, and Mavericks. How many wins
How
did he have?
old is Tim Hardaway Sr. now? He feels like he's been in the league
You
forever.
mean Junior?
Junior, sorry.
He's been around. He's been around the block.
Yeah.
He was drafted in the 2013 draft.
Oh,
he's been
so
around
he's
for
like
a while.
in his 30s by now, probably.
So the number was 92.
They won 92 games together.
Yep, 92. Number 2 was actually Peyton Pritchard. Just with the Celtics.
Oh, wow.
83.
They did win a lot of
Interesting.
games in those seasons.
Yeah, number 3 was Derek White.
Okay. All right.
Now, speaking of those Boston Celtics, let's get into Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
2023, 2024, they won the NBA championship.
Yes, sir.
How many wins did they have that season? Over, under 65.
I think it was over.
Yeah, I think it was over. They were
It's like
they were in a roll.
67, I think.
How much?
I think it was
No,
like
don't
67.
ask him again. God.
All right.
6, 7.
Oh, I see. I didn't even do it this time.
See, subconsciously, your brain is just hooked. You don't even know it anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know,
even
right?
know it. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We fell for it. Actually, though, you're wrong.
What?
Oh.
64.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, 64. They won 64, lost 18. Their coach was Joe Mazzulla. Their executive was Brad Stevens. Some of his teammates were Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Luke Cornett. Once again, Peyton Pritchard, Jason Tatum, Xavier Tillman Sr., and Derek White. A good defensive team that shot a lot of threes and won an NBA championship.
Yeah.
They beat the Heat in the first round, the Cavs in the second round, the Pacers in the third round, and the Mavericks in the finals.
Yeah, that's a good run. Boston was a great team that year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had.
I was
they
not
had-
surprised that they won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, the best team in the league.
They're a
That's
very top heavy team.
Yeah.
But they were healthy.
Let's just quickly go over his current team, the Atlanta Hawks. Just real quick, some of his teammates are Dyson Daniels, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Jalen Johnson, Zachary Rasheer. That's that right?
Ricochet.
Ricochet. Luke Kennard, and Trae Young. Nice young nucleus, defensive players. I like Daniels. I like Johnson. We'll see what they can do going forward. But overall, to wrap up Kristaps Porziņģis' teammates, which teammate, I had a lot of teammates here. Which teammate stands out the most throughout his career so far?
I'm going to go with his first year team leader, All NBA, now retired, Now he's an analyst. Got his own podcast. Was it 7 p.m. in Brooklyn or something?
Yeah.
Got to go with Carmelo because remember in the beginning when I told you guys he had cornrows, and one of the reasons why was one of his favorite players was Carmelo Anthony. So I'll go with Carmelo. And just knowing that Carmelo at that point was still in his prime, he was not hopping around to Portland or Houston or any place like that. He was the man in New York. So you have a chance to come in as a rookie, play a pivotal role. I mean, starting center as a rookie.
Starting power forward.
Power forward? Okay, my mistake. But to be able to play with your childhood idol in the NBA, that had to be special for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Lucas.
No, that's fair. I'm actually going to go with a teammate that it didn't work out with, and I'm going to say Luka Doncic. I mean, look, they were supposed to be that duo that was going to lead the Mavericks franchise for the next like 5 or 10 years, right? Mm-hmm. And it just didn't work, and that's surprising because you don't. And it wasn't because they weren't good. It's just like they didn't like each other. And you don't see that too often in the NBA nowadays where co-stars don't like each other. Like, I think last time we saw a schism that big between two all-star players was between Shaq and Kobe, right?
Yep.
I mean, like, how many times do you hear all-star players not being able to play with each other? I think them and, like, Rondo and Ray Allen had beef. And, like, that's the only, like, duos of all-stars that I heard that don't like to play with each other, which is crazy because Rondo fed Ray Allen all the time.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so with that said, we can move on to Chris Bosh.
Everybody think that our most important player was Bron. Our most important player, not our best player, but our most important player was CB. He was our most important player. Yeah. If Bron went down, you could bring in D-Wade, and it's not the same player, but you're going to get similar results of what you're going to get out of the player. Making plays, he can go for 30. We ain't have another CB. If that went down and he got hurt, we didn't have another one of those.
And the way Spo started using him, too, was impossible to guard. Like, he was shooting threes. Like, that man was cold, brother. Spo was so ahead of that small ball. Like, I'm telling you, CB, if he stayed healthy, would have been still be playing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do. All right, so that was UD Dallas Haslam talking about his teammate in Miami, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was also drafted with the 4th pick in the first round of 2003 NBA draft by the Toronto Raptors. Some of his teammates.
I don't know 2003 basketball all that well. So
I probably know 5.
I probably know about half the names.
Yeah.
All right. The Toronto Raptors that season were 33-49. Mm-hmm. Their coach was Kevin O'Neal, and their executive was Jack McCloskey and Glenn Greenwald.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know any of those guys.
Jack McCloskey was executive for the Pistons.
Oh, okay. That's where I knew that name from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So some of his teammates were Rick Brunson.
Oh.
Okay.
And he played with Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson played with
Porzingis. Yeah. There's a connection there, yeah.
Vince Carter.
Okay.
Michael Curry.
Hold on.
That was Vince Carter's
Carter was
last
still
year.
on the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last year.
That's crazy.
Okay.
If he had stayed.
Yeah. Michael Curry.
Okay.
Antonio Davis.
Okay.
Dion Glover.
Don't know who that is.
Danielle Marshall.
I know who that is. One of LeBron's famous teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Did absolutely nothing.
Lamont Murray.
Who?
Yep.
Gennaro Pargo.
Yeah. He had his brother, Jeremy Pargo, who was pretty good, too.
Yep. Morris Peterson. Mo P.
Yep.
Mo P was a good player.
Mo P would thrive in today's NBA.
Yeah, he
Just
would.
saying.
That 3-and-D player. Jalen Rose.
Okay.
Alvin Williams.
Yep.
Don't know who that is.
Villanova, yeah. Jerome Williams. Just talked about him in our last episode. The Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
I still don't know who that is.
And a player that we might make a comp episode on, Rod Strickland.
Yeah, we definitely need to do Rod. Hot Rod.
Yeah. I think Rod Strickland, that was his last year.
I do not remember him in a Toronto jersey, but hey, toward the end, They hop around.
Outside the NBA, what is Rod Strickland known for, Uriah?
Outside the NBA?
Yeah.
What is he known for?
Yeah.
Am I
I
supposed to
feel
know
like
this?
this is an inside joke.
No, it's not. It's
Well, he's the godfather.
It's hip hop. It's hip hop.
Oh, hip hop? Did he have a rap album?
He was named on the Wu-Tang song.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, I
Lucas
think the
doesn't know about that
RZA.
one. He
I
doesn't
think the
know about
RZA that was his line, I think.
Yeah.
Don't assume you know what I don't know. Anyway, not the point.
All right.
Lucas is not a Wu-Tang fan? Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Wu-Tang forever.
Wu-Tang forever.
You've met my father and stepmother. Do you honestly think that I had even a chance to listen to that growing up?
All right.
Woo.
All right. Let's
That's
move
funny.
on with that said.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the most wins he's had with the Toronto Raptors, which was the 06-07 season. They won 47 games.
Mm-hmm.
That was the winningest team he's had with the Toronto Raptors. They went 47-35. Their coach was Sam Mitchell.
Hey,
Sam
Sam
Mitchell.
Mitchell. I never thought Sam Mitchell got a fair shake as a head coach. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Well,
He always had to coach bad teams.
yeah, true. Their executive. Anybody know who the executive was?
Was it Majiri or
No, Majiri was in Denver at that point. I'm trying to remember who was these because I feel like it's somebody that's current. He's a current exec, right? Oh no, I know who it is.
Isaiah
Mr. Collar,
Thomas?
Mr. Collar, shirt collar himself, Brian Colangelo.
Colangelo?
Yes, he is right.
It was? Wow.
Yeah,
That's a
Brian
good grab.
Colangelo.
I'll give you one of these for that. I had no
Yes,
idea.
Brian Colangelo.
You know why I remember that? Because he loves his European players, and he drafted Andre Bargnani in that right before that season.
Yep, he was a rookie that year. Some of his
Yep.
teammates
Oh.
were Andre Bargnani, Jose Calderon again,
Yep.
Juan Dixon,
Mm-hmm.
TJ Ford,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Humphries,
Mm-hmm.
Russa
Chris Humphries
Nesterovich.
before the Kardashians.
Yeah. Chris Humphries
Sorry.
actually was a pretty good player. He was a really good rebounder.
He was a good rebounder.
Yeah.
You don't have rebounding
solid big
specialists
man.
like him anymore. But you know who was even better than him? Reggie Evans. But he wasn't on this team.
No.
He was on a later Toronto team, but not this one.
Russa Nesterovich.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. I think he played most of his career with Garnett.
I thought
I see.
Rosto played in Indiana. Am I thinking of somebody else?
No.
Okay.
He played in Minnesota. Yeah, he played in Minnesota. PJ Tucker.
Hey, rookie PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker.
In Toronto? I had no idea he played for Toronto.
He played like 2 seasons in the NBA, then went over to Europe for like 5 years and then came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, somebody should. He didn't come back until he was like almost 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's move on to the 2012-2013 Miami Heat,
Oh,
NBA
gosh.
champions. How many games did they win that year?
Oh gosh.
Just a number, no over.
65.
Lucas?
I'll say 65 as well.
66.
Oh,
At least it wasn't
Close.
67.
yeah.
No, it was not. 66 wins, 16 losses. As we know, their coach was Eric Spoelstra.
Mhm.
Their executive was Pat Riley. Won the NBA championship. They beat the Bucks, the Bulls, the Pacers, and the Spurs in Game 7, which we just talked about with our Ray Allen episode. Ray Allen basically won, saved the season for them to save
He
the finals.
definitely did.
So by the way, pause for a second here. I want to talk about this real quick. When Eric Spoelstra came into league, he was like 36, right?
He was younger than
That
that.
was
man.
in like 2008.
Yeah.
So I feel like Eric Spoelstra went from being one of the youngest coaches to now being one of the oldest coaches. I'm pretty sure Doc Rivers is now like the oldest coach in the NBA.
Yeah, he's got to be up there. Him and Steve
Because like,
Kerr.
you know, now there's no more Pop. So like it has to be Doc, right?
Spoelstra's 55. I'm going to say that's old.
That's
He's just been in
old.
the league for a long time.
I mean, yeah, he's been in like
He
almost
started
20
out
years
in
now.
the tape room.
Yeah.
He was an assistant coach in NBA in 1997.
Wow.
That's a long time
He was a
ago.
point guard in college.
Yeah, Portland State.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his whole life has been NBA.
Yeah.
All
You
right,
know,
so
it'd be fun to do like who's had the most coach turnover and who has like how many coaches have like the Sacramento Kings had since Eric Spoelstra became head coach of the Miami Heat.
Probably over a dozen, I would assume.
I would imagine something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
all right, so his teammates for the championship Heat team. Obviously, we know the big three: LeBron, Bosh included, and D Wade. Ray Allen, of course. Chris Birdman Anderson. Shane Battier.
Ayo.
Yep.
Mario Chalmers.
Okay.
Super Mario.
Norris Cole.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was.
UD.
UD.
Juwan Howard.
Can we do an episode on UD? Is that even like allowed?
Probably not.
Like him and Nick Collison, just saying.
The journeyman of the NBA. Well, that's just
No, the yeah.
James
The franchise
Jones.
Yep.
Okay.
And Rashard Lewis.
Some great spot up 3-point shooters, man.
We should
Shane
be doing.
Battier.
We do have a comp for Rashard. I know that.
Yeah.
Overall, this team had a lot of talent on it outside of the big three. This
Yeah.
was a really well constructed team. It was hard not
Who's
to
the
win a
backup
championship.
center?
Birdman.
It was Birdman and Joel Anthony.
Oh, Joel Anthony.
He
There
was
we
a
go. The
defensive
first Joel.
specialist.
And at least here on Basketball Reference, they have Bosh as a center.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, he was center
He
that
started.
year. Yeah, he was starting center. Because the first year against Dallas, they had him as power forward, but Dallas just played off Joel and just
Chalmers was the starting point guard for that championship team.
It's crazy how he just kind of like disappeared after that championship run. Like he just could not get work out elsewhere. It wasn't even like he was that old, but anyway.
So the person who won the most games with Bosh won 271 games.
I'm going to say Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, I'm going to say D Wade.
Oh, no. I take that back. Not D Wade. Udonis Haslem.
All right, so you took it back and you're still wrong. Mario Chalmers.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He both played 6 seasons with D Wade and Mario Chalmers. Dwayne Wade played 389 games with Chris Bosh. And Mario Chalmers played 391 games. 2 games more.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so it was 271 for Mario Chalmers. D Wade was number 2, and number 3 was LeBron James.
Okay.
LeBron James.
Real quick though, I do want to also highlight the 2015-2016 Miami Heat team. That was his last season. Obviously a different roster at this point. So a different roster at this point. Do want to highlight a couple names. Any names that could come to your head, Lucas?
I can name quite a few. Hasheem Whiteside.
Okay.
It's Hassan Whiteside, right?
Is it Hassan?
It's not
or
Hasheem. It's Hassan
It's
Whiteside.
Hassan. You're right.
Yeah.
It's Hassan.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Oh gosh.
You got 1 minute.
Obviously D Wade.
This is Basketball Jeopardy.
I don't remember.
Your guy.
Hit us.
Your guy.
Oh, Luol Deng.
Luol Deng.
Oh, Joe Johnson, Luol Deng.
You lost your Luol Deng card, buddy.
Aw.
Goran
Not my
Dragic.
Luol Deng guard.
Dragic, yeah, I remember.
Dragic, Joe Johnson,
Yep.
Tyler Johnson, Josh Richardson,
Oh gosh.
Amari Stoudemire,
Jay Rich.
Mari. Okay.
Justice Winslow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I would have had high hopes for him.
Justice Winslow?
Oh yeah, I thought Justice Winslow was going to be a guy.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Well, at this point, LeBron went back to Cleveland, and D Wade went to Cleveland too, I think.
No, not at this point. D Wade.
not that year?
D Wade went to Cleveland 2 years after this. He was in Chicago for the next year,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
because they weren't.
All right.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay him.
All right. So, what teammate stands out the most throughout the career of Chris Bosh? I'm going to start with Lucas first.
Okay, so I'm going to go into a little rant here because I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Okay.
It's LeBron James, but it's not for what you think. LeBron James ruined the traditional power forward position, and it all is because of Chris Bosh. Now, let me explain why. Like I mentioned earlier, in the 2011 finals, they played a traditional center, Joel Anthony, right next to Chris Bosh, right? And what did Dallas do? They clogged up the paint because Anthony couldn't shoot and Bosh wasn't shooting a lot of threes at that point. And basically, LeBron was like, well, this isn't going to work. And like they were actually talking about trading LeBron to Orlando, I think, at some point too. That rumors not confirmed. Just want to say that. But I do want to say this, that LeBron was just like, okay, well, I can't play with a traditional center clogging up the paint, because he didn't. Back in Cleveland, they had Ilgauskas, who was a mid-range shooter, right? But you needed more space than that, especially with him and D Wade, right? So what do? You make Chris Bosh the scapegoat and make him into a three-point shooter. LeBron James forced Chris Bosh to become a stretch five. He changed not only the trajectory of Chris Bosh's playing style and career, but the whole entire trajectory of the big man moving forward, because he didn't want to shoot threes and he couldn't shoot threes at that time.
I'm sure Spoelstra had something to do with that.
I'm sure Spoelstra did too, but it was all because of LeBron and D Wade couldn't shoot threes. Instead of making your wings learn how to shoot threes, you made your center shoot.
If this was a debate show, I would probably put you in your place, but it's not.
Oh, we can talk about this afterwards. Dude, I found a YouTube explaining this in detail for 40 minutes.
A YouTube page. Look
40
out.
minutes.
40 minutes. This guy explained it.
Okay.
The power of LeBron James.
LeBron James ruined the power forward's position. That's what I'm saying.
Uriah. What teammate stands out the most?
All right, let me save you from this hogwash take from some guy on YouTube. By the way,
I had this opinion before I ran into him.
Okay.
He just clarified what I was already thinking.
Let me bring it back to the positive. Okay. So I'm gonna go with a teammate that was also drafted with Chris Bosh, but not LeBron James. I'll go with D Wade. I think D Wade was there. I know he was there before any of those guys. So he set the tone. He was the type of unselfish leader that you needed on that team, and that was Dwayne Wade. So that's who I go with. Okay. Who do you think, Maurice?
Ooh. I would actually go with
Andre Bargnani.
Mario Chalmers?
No.
Udonis Haslem.
I was going to say Udonis Haslem.
I actually go with D Wade too. Just in that clip, one of the clips we played, the UD clip, when they said LeBron was out, they still had Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
And Chris Bosh could step up and be that number 2 scorer, but you couldn't replicate what Dwayne Wade did. Obviously, they won 2 championships together with LeBron, so I will go D Wade as well. All right, so with that said, we can wrap it up.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Kristaps Porziņģis and Chris Bosh, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion, it's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. You can find us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and of course, Pinterest.
For the sources of information used in this episode, you can visit our website, NBANowandThen.com. Also visit our website to sign up for a monthly newsletter and to check out our other comparison articles.
Don't forget, you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Chris Bosh on X and Instagram at Chris Bosh.
And you can follow Kristaps Porziņģis on Twitter, X, and on Instagram at KPorzi.
All right. That was a great episode. A nice comparison of 2 stretch fives. Tune in next week as we will be doing a comparison. Actually, not doing a comparison. We're actually doing a Mount Rushmore episode of the 1990s top point guards. So tune in next week for that. Hopefully Ben will be back for that. But that being said, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Deuces.
Peace.
His sacrifice of offensive touches and versatile skill set helped the Miami Heat win one
NBA championship.
They got one title. Thank you, Chris Bosh.